Sometimes Hollywood gives actors exactly what they deserve. It just takes far longer than it should. After years of seeing his career unfairly derailed, Brendan Fraser returns with The Whale, and reminded everyone why he's one of the most beloved actors of his generation. I completely understand why he walked away with an Oscar in this one. This isn't just a comeback performance. It's the kind of performance that makes you forget you're even watching an actor at all. Welcome back to Mildly Overreacting. Today we're talking about The Whale, the 2022 drama starring Brendan Fraser and Sadie Sink. It's a small, quiet one. No action, no big plot machines, just a handful of people in a room over the span of a week. So here's why I even pressed play on this one. 2 reasons. Reason 1, Brendan Fraser. And reason number 2, also Brendan Fraser. No, I'm kidding. Reason 2 was Sadie Sink, who I'll watch in absolutely anything at this point. And getting to see these two go toe-to-toe in something this heavy was reason enough on its own. But mostly I heard whispers. Everyone kept telling me Fraser's performance was something else, and I'm a suspicious person by nature. So I went in half expecting the hype to be, just hype. But it wasn't. It somehow landed above where I'd set the bar, which basically never happens for me. Here's the setup, and I'm keeping it light because I want you to go watch this thing for yourself. Fraser plays Charlie, a reclusive online writing teacher who lives in an apartment that he never leaves. Over the course of a week, a handful of people drift in and out of his apartment. His estranged teenage daughter, a friend who checks in on him, a young missionary who wanders through the door. And that's kind of it. That's the whole shape of this thing. It all happens in one apartment. No twists I need to warn you about, no giant set pieces, just people in a room talking, which sounds like nothing until you're 20 minutes deep and you've forgotten to breathe. Let's talk about Fraser, because the rest of this review is just going to be me circling back to him anyway, so we might as well start where the movie lives. Here's the thing that got me. There's a version of this performance that's just a guy doing a big sad role for awards. You know the type. Lots of trembling, lots of look how much I'm feeling. Fraser doesn't do any of that. He plays Charlie so gently, so carefully, that within maybe 5 minutes, I stopped seeing an actor at all. I wasn't watching Brendan Fraser be sad in a fat suit. I was watching Charlie. And it's all in the small stuff. The way Charlie apologizes for taking up space in his own apartment. The way he lights up when a student writes something clever, even when he's clearly running on fumes. There's this warmth pouring off him that makes you understand the whole man without anyone stopping to explain him to you. Every act of kindness seems to cost him something, and Fraser lets you feel every cost without begging you to notice. The other thing, and this is what tips it into award territory for me, is that nothing about it feels rigged to yank tears out of you. When the hard moments come, and they do come, they've been earned. Fraser builds to them one tiny gesture at a time. So by the time you're wrecked, you can't even pin the exact second he got you. It just crept up on you. That's not luck. That's a performer in total command of what he's doing. People throw around he disappeared into the role like it's a nothing phrase you slap on any decent performance nowadays. Here it's flat out true. I kept waiting for a moment where I'd catch a glimpse of George of the Jungle peeking out underneath. It never happened. Not once. He's Charlie all the way. So when the awards started rolling in, and Fraser was up on stage getting his flowers, tearing up at the podium, yeah, everyone was earned. And I'm not just being soft about the comeback story here. Strip all that away, forget the narrative, and the work still stands on its own 2 feet. Which brings me to the writing, because Fraser got a lot to work with here. It's the kind of writing where people blurt out exactly what they mean and immediately regret it, or dance around it till it comes out sideways. Real conversation, messy ones. No one's monologuing at each other like they're on stage. Even though, fun fact, this started as a play. It sounds like actual humans fumbling their way towards each other. There's a rhythm to it where the scene will be almost funny and then quietly gut you in the same breath. And somehow you don't get whiplash from the truth. It just flows. Now let's talk about Sadie Sink. I'm just gonna say it. She's turning into one of the best young actors working right now. And she's been one of my favorites for a while. This is the movie that sealed it for me. She plays Ellie, Charlie's daughter. And Ellie is furious. Like spiky, mean, slam the door in your face furious. In lesser hands, this character is just a brat you want off the screen, but Sadie plays it so that you feel the hurt sitting underneath every nasty thing that leaves her mouth. She's not cruel for the fun of it. She's a kid who got left, and she's got no clean way to say that, so it comes out as fire instead. And that's the thing that Sadie's just really good at, feelings. She could be spitting venom at somebody and let that one tiny flicker cross her face, and suddenly you see the scared kid hiding behind all that armor. It's the constant push and pull, 2 things at once, and she never oversells it. She lets you catch it. A lot of actors twice her age can't do what she does with a single look, and she makes it seem like breathing. The scenes between her and Fraser are the spine of the entire movie. When these two share a room, the temperature on the whole thing changes. He's reaching, she's swatting him away. And both of them are so locked into their side that you can't fully pick a side. You just ache for both of them at once. That's rare. Two actors handling a scene back and forth, neither one blinking, and that relationship is the beating heart of this entire film. Charlie is so easy to root for, it almost hurts. He's this endlessly forgiving guy who keeps insisting people are better than they're acting, even when they're being awful to him. Especially when they're being awful to him. You want to reach through the screen and tell him to stand up for himself. And at the exact same time, his refusal to give up on people, on his daughter most of all, is the thing that keeps wrecking you. Because that's the tension, right? He's trying to reach Ellie before it's too late. And she's decided she doesn't want to be reached. And it's kind of hard to blame her. But you're still stuck in the middle wanting them to get there already. The movie never makes it easy. It lets these two bruised people orbit each other in hope. Everything the story carries is riding on whether they can find each other. And no, I'm not going to tell you what happens. And let's talk about Darren Aronofsky for 1 second. Because I know some of you know him as the guy who makes movies that leave you staring at a wall for an hour afterwards. He dials it way back here. And it's the smartest call he could have made. No flashy camera tricks pulling focus. He plants us in one apartment and never leaves. And instead of feeling small or stagey, it makes everything more intimate. You start to feel like you live there too. Like you know the couch, the smell, the light coming through the blinds. Boxing the whole story into 4 walls turns the apartment into a pressure cooker, where every knock on the door lands like it's an event. And then he gets out of the actor's way and lets them cook. That closed-in feeling is part of the reason why the movie hits the way it does. There's no escape hatch. Not for Charlie, not for us. You're stuck in it right alongside him. And because you never step outside, every little moment, a shared meal, a phone call, somebody finally saying the thing that they've been thinking for years, carries this quiet weight it never would have if the camera kept wandering off somewhere. So look, The Whale is a lot. It's tender, it's bruising, and it left me sitting in silence for a solid stretch after the credits rolled. It's not a fun night in, I won't lie to you. It's the sort of movie that leaves you feeling more human on the way out than you did going in. I think bittersweet is the word. Sad, absolutely, but there's so much compassion baked into every frame that you don't walk away hollow. You walk away moved, fuller somehow. I gave this movie a 4 out of 5 for me. But the reason you should watch it, the reason it sticks in your ribs for days after, is Fraser. That performance is the whole ballgame. It's the kind of work that reminds you why you fall for actors in the first place. He took a character who could have been a punchline or a lecture and turned him into something you'll be thinking about long after you meant to get on with your day. Every award, every standing ovation, every teary speech at the podium, earned all of it. Alright, that's it for this one. Thank you for staying and watching the whole video. If you had a good time, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps more than you think. And hit that subscribe button while you're there. And tap that little bell so you actually find out when I post, instead of the algorithm quietly bearing me like it loves to do. And lastly, tell me what movie I should do next. Drop it in the comments. I'll watch pretty much anything. And apparently, the more likely it is to make me cry in public, the better. I'll catch you in the next one.